Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Sports Talk Network channel, and specifically here tonight, Life in Pieces review and series. Life in Pieces review, CBS show. It doesn't. Sorry about that, but Life in Pieces, CBS show. Here giving my review for season 3, episode number 2. But anyways, Life in Pieces returned for season 3 last week with a good, if not spectacular, episode that shows what the heck these shorts have been up to. I'm hoping this week's episode will be better than last week's, which is being just as good, will be fine too. So to me, last week's episode was certainly interesting and good and entertaining. It's from my review last week. But I really think that moving forward in this season, that things are going to get better and better moving forward. In the first story, excuse me, sorry about that. In the first story, Greg and Jen are having a dinner for her boss, Paul, and his wife. Paul doesn't know that Lark exists, though, so that's going to work out great. Paul's wife is talking about how she rescues teacup poodles and then offers to donate her some money. However, Jen can't remember her name. Greg tries to help by asking her how to spell her name, but that doesn't help. It's revealed that her name is somehow related to a garden, but they still can't figure it out. Jen overhears Paul calling her Bunny, so she goes with that. She calls her Bunny many times, confusing both of them. Paul and his wife get ready to leave, and then she starts calling Greg Bunny. Paul reveals that Bunny is her pet name for Rose, his wife, and then Rose calls Greg Peter. Everybody established a funny one there. It's an interesting first story. I certainly enjoyed it. Thanks for that funny dynamic back and forth. It was cool to have guest stars on the show. Some big ones, big ones for this season. So that was pretty cool indeed. So hopefully we can see her again. We'll see the character again. But Jen certainly has a new look. Certainly looks with her hair the way that it is. Certainly looks interesting. Looking away as well. The second story, Tyler is trying to get over Clementine, who moved on pretty quickly. Tim encourages him to get out there and live life to the full. So he does. He meets someone on an app, 44 C's, and she isn't exactly the most normal person on earth. Tim's super proud of Tyler for his one-night stand, but he doesn't clarify that he still really loves Heather and would never do anything. Alex, one-night stand, does not want to be his one-night stand, and Tyler kind of offers to let her stay over the weekend, and her kids also stay as well for that weekend. Tyler's being driven crazy about the kids, and he goes to talk to Tim about it. Tim doesn't get it because Tim is living vicariously through his son Tyler, and that interaction there was actually pretty funny. Of his dad talking about Tyler and his situation. I just found that interesting. So that actually second story so far, I would say the best story of this episode. In the third story, Colleen asks Matt to not use protection when they're having sex, and he wakes up to her being heavily pregnant, him having this crazy dream that subsequently goes to different areas, and therefore then it is revealed that they are living in his parents' garage again. Matt then goes to a job interview with John, with his father, as the boss. The job is for being a father. When Matt gets home, he finds out that they're having quadruplets. He lays down, then wakes up to find Joan, his mom, who is giving him a test. Then he's at school for some reason, and he runs out of time. Test, and everybody's finished, and we get to see the kids again. So it's cool. Go be there. Colleen then calls for him, and the babies are arriving. He misses the birth, and then he really waits to find out that everything is okay. That one was funny in its own way, like in the crazy, oh my gosh, it's going to happen in the future thing because of one decision, which, hey, decision is a decision, decision is a decision, but I don't think that crazy or literally. I'm sure this happens sometimes, right? Just things like that, right? Pretty good, but still would say second story being my favorite so far here through my review of it. From this episode. In the fourth story, Heather runs into the kitchen with a drawer wheel, and she quickly rushes to help to take out the trash. She finds a bunch of wine bottles and thinks Joan has a drinking problem. She tells her brother, so while she is drinking wine herself. Later, Greg asks Joan if she wants more wine, and she says no. However, Joan does not want to drink when Heather comes in to help her with cooking. Greg and Matt come to the conclusion that Joan has a Heather problem, not a drinking problem, because a drinking problem would be better than a Heather problem. They go to talk to Joan about Heather, and she lies about her other problems. She soon admits that Heather is driving her nuts, but she doesn't want them to tell Heather about it. Later, they tell Heather that Jonah's drinking because she's overwhelmed. But Heather doesn't understand that it's all about Heather, because it's all about Heather, not about the rest of the family. The next day, Heather tells Joan about a trip the family is taking to Disney. Joan gets worked up because she'll finally be free, but is soon crushed when Heather says that she'll be staying home. Heather plans a spa day during which Joan gets trashed. Joan then reveals that she hired a contractor, and Heather is super excited about it. That poor contractor. But hey, they're finally building the house. That'll happen. Finale. Last season, season 2, which by the way still needs to get up on Netflix. So I would say in the end, my favorite story being the second story there with Tyler moving on, or Tyler moves on. And what's the title of that not title of that episode, but the title of the story within this second episode. This episode was really fun. Even I love the second story because, like I said, with Tyler and his father living vicarious through him and everything, the jokes and that fourth one was pretty good. With kids and that situation. But either way, certainly going to be interesting. And I also enjoyed the story as well. The final one, progress of the Hugheses moving back home and living in their house back, and then moving forward from there. So even though I don't give it a rating, I still would say a pretty good episode. So it'll be great. But hopefully episodes go great moving forward as they will. This show is pretty awesome. Sometimes it has its cringe moments, cringe scenes, like to me, not because they're bad or actors are bad at what they're doing. It's just for me, I have this weird thing of not wanting. That's why it's sometimes hard to watch comedians, even though they're really good at what they do. It's just cringe of watching someone either making fun of themselves or I don't know, just weird things that trigger that thing. Right? It's just cringy in a different way. I don't know. It's bad, like actual cringe way. But still, all the actors and actors is part of Life in Pieces. I give a shout out. They're all, and you all are welcome to follow me on Twitter at Army_strong_06 from this Veterans Day. And on Instagram, StevieK_06. Welcome also to check out my I'm trying to do campaign myself to go to WrestleMania. Welcome to check it out. GoFundMe.com. I have the link on one of my Twitter handles and a post somewhere in the line there. But I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment in the section below what you thought of the episode and each story in its own right. What grade would you give this episode in your opinion? I'd love to hear it all. But above all else, as always, take care.